Dr. Dre says he's doing great after being hospitalized in LA with apparent brain aneurysm. What is a brain aneurysm? Rapper and hip-hop mogul Dr. Dre says he's doing great and getting excellent care after being hospitalized in Los Angeles for a possible brain aneurysm. A brain aneurysm is a bulge or ballooning in a blood vessel in the brain. It often looks like a berry hanging on a stem. A brain aneurysm can leak or rupture, causing bleeding into the brain, hemorrhagic stroke. Most often a ruptured brain aneurysm occurs in the space between the brain and the thin tissues covering the brain. This type of hemorrhagic stroke is called a subarachnoid hemorrhage. A ruptured aneurysm quickly becomes life-threatening and requires prompt medical treatment. Most brain aneurysms, however, don't rupture, create health problems or cause symptoms. Such aneurysms are often detected during tests for other conditions. Treatment for an unruptured brain aneurysm may be appropriate in some cases and may prevent a rupture in the future. Talk with your caregiver to ensure you understand the best options for your specific needs. A sudden, severe headache is the key symptom of a ruptured aneurysm. This headache is often described as the worst headache ever experienced. Common signs and symptoms of a ruptured aneurysm include sudden, extremely severe headache, nausea and vomiting, stiff neck, blurred or double vision, sensitivity to light, seizure, a drooping eyelid, loss of consciousness, confusion, leaking, aneurysm. In some cases, an aneurysm may leak a slight amount of blood. This leaking, sentinel bleed, may cause only a sudden, extremely severe headache. A more severe rupture often follows leaking. Unruptured aneurysm and unruptured brain aneurysm may produce no symptoms, particularly if it's small. However, a larger unruptured aneurysm may press on brain tissues and nerves, possibly causing pain above and behind one eye, a dilated pupil, change in vision or double vision, numbness of one side of the face. When to see a doctor: seek immediate medical attention if you develop a sudden, extremely severe headache. If you're with someone who complains of a sudden, severe headache or who loses consciousness or has a seizure, call 911 or your local emergency number. Brain aneurysms develop as a result of thinning artery walls. Aneurysms often form at forks or branches in arteries because those sections of the vessel are weaker. Although aneurysms can appear anywhere in the brain, they are most common in arteries at the base of the brain.
An aneurysm is an abnormal bulge or ballooning in the wall of a blood vessel.
A portion of those patients will go on to have a rupture. And the challenge with rupture is that it's unpredictable.
Dr. Bernard Bednock says a ruptured aneurysm is a medical emergency that can cause life-threatening bleeding in the brain.
The typical presentation is somebody who has the worst headache of their life.
Fast treatment is essential. It includes open surgery or less invasive options, such as sealing the ruptured artery from within the blood vessel with metal coils and or stents. Dr. Bednock says 1 to 2% of the population have aneurysms, and only a small percentage of that group will experience a rupture. People who have a family history of aneurysms, have polycystic kidney disease, connective tissue disease, and people who smoke are at increased risk of rupture and should consider screening. If a rupture happens, fast treatment can save lives. For the Mayo Clinic News Network, I'm Vivian Williams.
Dre posted on Instagram that he expects to be out of Cedars-Sinai Medical Center soon. Thanks to my family, friends and fans for their interest and well wishes. I'm doing great and getting excellent care from my medical team. I will be out of the hospital and back home soon. Shout out to all the great medical professionals at Cedars. One love. Ice Cube, who co-founded NWA with Dre, tweeted, "Send your love and prayers to the homie Dr. Dre." Missy Elliott wrote, "Prayers up for Dr. Dre and his family for healing and strength over his mind and body." And Snoop Dogg wrote on Instagram, "Get well Dr. Dre, we need you cuz." The Compton-born rapper first came to prominence as a co-founder of the pioneering gangsta rap group NWA. He later launched a successful solo career with The Chronic, one of the top-selling albums in 1993 that also won him a Grammy. Dr. Dre also became a successful producer, helping to launch the careers of artists such as Eminem and 50 Cent. He then became an entrepreneur, working with record executive Jimmy Iovine to release the highly successful headphone company Beats, which was later bought by Apple for $3 billion. Dre married Nicole Young in 1996, but the couple are currently in the middle of contentious divorce proceedings.